J. Blige. The one that's like, it's like this song right here. It makes wanna let it go. Can't let this thing called love get away from you. And then like all that kind of stuff, right? Just fine. Yeah, I'm hearing that. I don't know. Let's kind of see what's going on. I think that was the animal. That is a lot. That's a lot. The animal, the one. 3 is too many. So let's just get one more. Okay. The shadow and the hunter. Okay. We'll go with it. I'm out of sorts today, so bear with me. Bear with me. There's this, we have the animal, the one, the shadow, the hunter. There's this energy of this instinctual desire to let loose, to also I'm sensing like a kind of hunger to like you know when like you dissolve something, it's kind of like that. The energy of like needing to let go. To let go either of what it is that you've been chasing after, or to let go in order for it to be revealed through facing the shadow and integrating the shadow of what it is that you actually are meant to be like heading towards, hunting and all of that. Yeah, the creator at the bottom here. Yeah, so we're gonna get into, I'm actually gonna read the creator really quickly because I feel like reading the creator adequately sums up this. The creator, the first archetype in the trio of existence, is not intimidated by darkness or by lack. They know that from the void, creation inevitably emerges. With meager, minimal, and outlandish materials, the creator reveals a new image. They make the empty room resonant with healing sounds. They generate bounty from the seed that others tossed away. Though generative, this archetype annihilates preconceived notions of what is possible, leaving unexpected openings in the wake of its destruction. The creator does this by first being absolutely present to what is, not imagining or wishing things were different, and second, trusting that a force greater than themselves awaits constant collaboration with each human soul. Whether we call it nature, God, goddess, Shakti, or divinity, it remains nameless. It is the creator's lifelong companion. And I feel like that's kind of what's happening here. Like that's like a summation for you. So it's kind of like also last week I did Follow Your Arrow by Casey Musgraves came up, and it was like really relevant. So it's just like, what are you hunting? What are you like, what are you aiming for? What is your highest and truest like passion, good, drive, all of that? Like what lies within your heart? And like the deepest depths of your core being. And at the bottom of the deck here we have the world, achievement, completion, fulfillment. It's like wrapping up a cycle closing and a cycle beginning all in one, which I'm also getting kind of like the ring from this archetype deck as well. So let's just get your current energy, like in the midst of all of this swirling around you. Page of Swords. Okay, so it's good. So you're that hunger that I was saying. I just started hearing glory and gore. That hunger that I'm talking about is this mental curiosity, this but also like a sharpening of the mind in order to be more precise, to see things more clearly, more rationally. Ooh, Queen of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck here. We love that. But it could also speak to being very guarded, like guarded with your thoughts, which isn't necessarily a bad thing with what you're facing. Judgment. Yeah, you're trying to write a new story for yourself. And I think that's why, like with the one in the shadow, it's like this like need for like non-duality, this weightlessness, this nothingness, right? Not that you are nothing, but that you are but a tiny speck in the cosmic grand plan and cosmic evolution, unflowering, blooming. Do you know what I mean? Right? Like you were just a microscopic point in evolution, like in evolution's timeline. And finding the center in that, there's a freedom in understanding that, because literally the last line of the one, I'm pretty sure, is that you are both the giver and the receiver of life. And so there's this, I don't know, there's this weightlessness that's coming over you, this newfound like sense of spirituality. It's giving. You are at a starting point, like beginner's mind, in touching creation and working with creation and sitting in the energy of cosmic creation. It's like you're being held by like this cosmic womb at this time. And it's causing you to face like a lot of things of the self. It's an integration. It's an integration of the ugly parts of you, the wild parts of you, the shadow parts of you. And that integration, coupled with the weightlessness that you're starting to feel, that's starting to come over you. And this wouldn't be like a physical thing, you know what I mean? But it's very much mystical, right? That is kind of letting you figure out what it is that you're aiming towards. And it's also letting you know that like you can create from anything. You can literally create from anything. Because if you have control over what it is, like your instinctual desires, right, your wild self, and then you also have a control over your shadow, and you're not trying to constantly, I just saw 838, you're not constantly trying to tame your shadow. There's a power in that. There's a beautiful, beautiful power in that, especially once you were touching creation and working with creation and creating a new spiritual like story for yourself. So this is very educational for you. This is very process oriented for you. And I would understand why you're a bit guarded with this, because like, right, that just sounded like so mystical and just so like woo-woo, but it's true. There's a rebirth that's taking place. It's a Swords reverse, as I say that. Epiphany, clarity. Ooh, no, this is upright. Maybe you're coming out of like Ace of Swords reverse, because that's crazy. Yeah, there's this decisiveness that's coming over you. There's this truth, right? Like truth as a form of resonance. Ace of Pentacles. Everything's coming up roses for you, to be completely honest with you. Like there's a lot of nourishment that's happening here, a lot of growth, opportunities that are coming available, bounty, boundless. Also, what I'm getting, like flourishing and unfurling. I think that's the word that I was looking for at the beginning, an unfurling of this like newfound sense of self, newfound spiritual story, newfound like perspective on life, like a new you that you could have never imagined. Let's get one more. Sorry, I keep looking at the time because Five of Pentacles. I keep looking at the time because I have cookies in the oven. So yeah, this is after a lot of hardship. I'll just leave it at that, like hardship. You know your story. And because like the beginning of this reading was so beautiful, there's no need to even focus on what the hardship was. I just see 1111. I'm gonna pause really quick because my cookies are ready. Hold on. Hot take, but I can confidently say, as a chocolate chip cookie connoisseur, gluten-free, dairy-free, refined sugar-free chocolate chip cookies and chocolate chip cookie dough, infinitely better than a regular chocolate chip cookie. But anyway, but we have this Knight of Pentacles. Pentacles is just at the forefront of my brain. We have the Knight of Cups reversed at the bottom of the deck there. unrequited love, feeling like jilted in love. Do you know what I mean? So that could have just been that Five of Pentacles energy that you were experiencing, being left out in the cold, all of that. With an offering, Ace of Pentacles also can speak to meeting someone new. That's not the route that I want to go with this, but I don't make the rules. So, Page of Swords. So we have Temperance reversed here, confirming the Page of Swords. So I will say, be careful here, be mindful here. This thirst for knowledge can lead you to kind of be a little impatient, a little excessive, overly indulgent. Knowledge is never a bad thing, but there's a fine line, right? And let's take it to a spiritual way. Like, you know, when you see beyond the veil and you're working with the unseen and, you know, behind the scenes and stuff, like cosmically, you can get like in a trap of constantly wanting to know more, constantly wanting to, like, if you're constantly pulling cards on yourself or anything like that, there points to an imbalance there, and it also points to filling a void, right? You're taking a beginner's mind, a new spiritual journey, and yes, there's clarity that's coming. There's an offering that's coming here, but like, let it, like I said, there's an unfurling here. Let it unfold. Let it happen naturally, because this can create like a lot of discord within you. You don't need to know, because you know that you sit perfectly like in balance with the cosmic unfolding, right? You know that you are both the giver and the receiver of life. So you, like, life is you, you are life. Life is happening for you, with you, through you. And center into that. Anchor into that. Anchors are very, very important here. Yeah, Eight of Pentacles reversed here. This is a bit of self-mastery that's taking place for you. This is a hill, you know, a mountain that you've had to climb. Judgment. Two of Swords. I think you're going to find that you move very, very differently. Without even knowing the path ahead, you're still going to continue to awaken this new version of self, one that you couldn't even envision if you tried, because your mind cannot fathom and cannot comprehend the ways in which it's adapting and growing and changing at this time. And so again, going back to that imbalance, that thirst for knowledge, this is a big thing that's shifting in you, needing to see all paths, needing to see all roads, right? And kind of being at a stalemate with life. And it's okay that you're a person who always wants to know. I think that's a part of your shadow, except that that's a part of your shadow, but also release it, right? You can understand, hey, this is something I want to know. This is something that I'm very, very curious about. And then just like release it. Because regardless, it's gonna unfold when it unfolds. You're gonna know when you're meant to know. I just saw 15-15. You're gonna know when you're meant to know. And so just as long as you don't shame that part of yourself, which actually I just like received that message myself and reading, you know, just like not shaming certain parts of yourself, just like being gentle with yourself. You know what I mean? Accepting certain things, certain aspects of self. Ace of Swords, this epiphany, this clarity that's coming over. Okay, Two of Pentacles reversed. Kind of, you know, where you've gone wrong. You're over planning, you're over execution, or your need to do that. Being overwhelmed. Ways in which you kind of drop the ball, kind of let yourself down. And that's why this beginner mind is so, so important. That's the epiphany. I'm seeing the Earthworm card in the Animal Spirits deck. It's you're a beginner. It's okay that you're a beginner, and there's a lot of magic to be found in beginning. Ace of Pentacles. This is so funny. You have Page of Swords, Judgment, Ace of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles. Under Judgment, you have the Two of Swords. Under Ace of Swords, you have the Two of Pentacles. So I'd be interested to see what confirms the Ace of Pentacles. Three of Swords. Grief, disillusionment, sorrow, heartbreak. Deep emotional pain, right? That sorrow, that longing. An offer coming in regarding that. This doesn't have to be love related. This should just be, I mean, grief comes in all forms. Grief can, you know, heartbreak can happen from anything. Anything can break your heart. So it doesn't have to be strictly love related. Five of Pentacles. That's way too many, but that's pretty interesting. Emperor, Queen of Swords, Tower. Five of Pentacles, just one. I'm hearing the Fool. So after so much destruction, after so much upheaval, there's a new beginning that's taking place here. A carefreeness that's happening, and we have a timing card here. Because it didn't come out, I'm going to take it as what's coming. Both what's happened and what's coming over the last 3 to 4 weeks, having to reevaluate your life, gain a new perspective with that Page of Swords there, having patience, tempering that impatience and imbalance, right? And then in the next 3 to 4 weeks coming in, this really kind of really solidifying within you. Let's get one more for this Fool, this new adventure. Oh, what was it saying? I'm hearing animal. Noah Khan. Ooh, sometimes I feel like an animal, Ignore me being completely off pitch. All the things, I'm not a singer. Four of Cups. On something that you feel like was a missed opportunity. We have the Three of Pentacles reversed here, which again speaks to not learning from the past. Also third party influences. So it could be that, you know, a missed opportunity with a person. Maybe that there were, you know, other influences kind of in it, crowding it. I'm seeing the Five of Wands here, right? You know, when there's like too many cooks in the kitchen, too much energy, conflicting and everything. Let's get just one more to like close it out. Death. So there's change coming over this. Whatever that situation is, there's change coming over it. There's renewal. Four of Cups. I mean, you see it. Four of Wands. And I just called out 11-11. It was literally just 11-11 on time. So there's a renewal that's coming here. I don't know if it's love related. It kind of seems like it's airing on the side of that. I don't think that that's really the point. And frankly, I'm gonna be so for real with you. I don't feel like getting into love right now. Just let this unfold for you. Whatever this is, there's a beautiful plan here. Let it happen naturally. But also with the 100 here, be wary, like be aware of what it is that you're searching for. If you're searching for too much, and be aware of how much of that is linked to your shadow. Not to shame it, but just again to be aware of it. And just remember to come back to center. Beginning. We're talking about touching cosmic creation and all of that. It's okay to have this desire for things, right? It's okay for this, you know, this wildness, this love, this electricity, right? But freedom and all of that. But just, and also be careful of not running from things, not roaming for the sake of roaming. I hope that made sense there. I feel like if this resonates with you, it'll naturally make sense, even if it's on like a subconscious level. Just want to get you like 2 little cards of surrender, like things to surrender to. As this beautiful story like unfolds for you. Especially as it begins to take shape for the next 2 to 4 weeks. And that could be energetically, and that could be here in the physical. Hold on. Okay, wait, do these not just look so divine? They smell so good. I can't wait to get into that. Maybe you need to go make yourself some chocolate chip cookies. That's too many. Preparation, innocence. What's this? Trust. That's trust in the invisible at the bottom there. It's preparation and innocence. You're more prepared than you know. And there's not much preparation that needs to take place here, except for like this like settling into self and very much going back to the Fool. You know what I mean? Like, and this is actually like, this is card 0 within this deck. So very much Fool energy. Be lighthearted, be playful, be, you know, be fun-spirited, full-spirited, confidence, graceful persistence, something that you really need to anchor into. Like an I won't back down sort of way, but in like a very playful, spirited, non-detachment, non-egoic way. And nourishment, pouring into yourself, nourishing yourself, not shaming yourself. And lastly, again, trusting in the invisible. Trusting in, you know, there are threads being woven that you're not aware of. There are conversations being had that you're not in the room for, that you wouldn't even know are happening, but they are. And it's not for you to know. It's for you to trust. That's it. That's all. Anyway, let me know if this message resonated with you.